Hey everyone, this is Shorter Than the Easel, aka Christina E. I can usually say that the other way around, but oh well. We're doing something slightly different with this, because as you can tell, this is a picture-in-picture. This isn't in time with the video. So, we're finally doing a Meet the Artist Q&A type video. I've got questions written down here, yeah? So, we're gonna answer them, and by we, I mean me. So, I just wrote down some general questions, some questions I got from Artemino, and I think just some random art questions that I thought would make sense. So let's get to it. So first question, what's your name and what's your channel name? You already know, I say at the beginning of every video. I am Christina. Hi, I am a 26-year-old nerd who lives at home. I work in retail and I'm not doing art, and yeah. And you already know my channel name, Shorter Than the Easel. You wouldn't be here if you didn't know it. I mean, okay, maybe you would be here if you didn't know it, but you know what I mean. Next up, where are you from? I am originally from New York. Not gonna say specifically where, because I think it's creepy when people know everything. So yeah, I'm originally from New York. I have been pretty much all over the East Coast, and currently I'm somewhere in Jersey. Because like I said, I think it's creepy when people find out where other YouTubers live. So next up, what do you post? I post a lot of art videos, mostly speed painting, speed drawing, speed drawing's more like it. But speed painting is usually the category that works best. I also do the occasional art-related vlog. You know, I did recently get a personal channel, so I might link that below. But yeah, I do that. I do some art challenges. Like I have one coming up after this that I plan on doing that my Artemino followers voted on. So that's gonna be fun. And yeah, so next up, why do you start your channel? Because I wanted to make art videos and my original channel had way too much going on. And I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. So yeah, my original channel, previously GothTurk92, even though you can still search it as GothTurk92, that kind of turned into a bit too much of a variety channel. Like I literally had no clue where it was going or what I was doing with it. So I knew if I wanted to make art videos on YouTube, that it would be better just to start over with a new channel. And I did. And this is it. Yeah, this whole thing. This is it. Hi. It's like I thought it was the best thing to just get a new start and see where it took me. All right, second to last general question. What do you hope to achieve with your channel? I guess if anything, just creating a fun space for a chill community, chill comment section, just a space where I can post videos that I like and occasionally videos you guys might like. Okay, well, I hope you guys like the videos. I mean, I post what I want to post, but I also hope you guys like what I'm posting. But I mean, I just hope to achieve something that could eventually create a bigger community. And I know one thing I hope to achieve down the line would be my own sort of, not so much collective, because I do kind of want to create something to help smaller channels like myself grow. So part of me was thinking of something sort of like the YouTube Artist Collective, but for smaller channels. It's kind of more like a tag. But I'll save that when I know what I'm doing with it. So I just hope to have fun, post what I like, hope you guys like it, and grow. And the final general question is, why should you subscribe? If you want. I'm not one of those people that likes to push subscribing and liking and all of that. I don't see the point of, I mean, I see the point of pushing, saying like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. It's just, I see the point of it, but it feels almost Intrusive. It feels almost intrusive to me. So I don't say it. If you guys want to subscribe, subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. If you want to like the video, like the video. And if you don't want to do any of those, then don't do any of those. It's up to you. This is your YouTube experience. We're all part of this giant community. If you don't want to subscribe to someone, then don't subscribe. I'm not going to force you to. So, if you want to see random vlogs about art stuff or speed drawings, speed paintings, and art challenge videos, then subscribe, I guess. It's like, I guess something from the previous question that I want to achieve with this is just to be honest, just to be myself. It's like, I don't want to have like the community service, customer service. I'm saying I work in retail. I know this, I know what the word is. Why am I blanking on this? But I don't want to have like a YouTube customer service voice, if that makes sense. It's like, I don't want to have the like fake YouTube vibe to me. I just want to be me. I want to be real. I want to be honest. If I want to swear every now and then, I'll swear every now and then. If I don't, then I don't. How this channel goes is ultimately up to me and how I feel about it. And you guys, I hope you stick along for the ride. It's like, I want this to be an honest experience for all of us. So, yeah. So on to the Artamino questions. These are questions for, they're from a post I made, okay, 2 posts really, because I made 2 posts on Artamino a while back, because I've been meaning to do this for a good month now. And I asked people if they had any questions for me, so I have 3, because I am popular. Yay, being a small creator. Woo! So, first up is Happy, in parentheses, Putin, or Putin. They have 2 questions. 1, what memes do you like? And 2, what do you think of traditional? Well, what memes I like? Totally not a related question. But I'm a big fan of Fellow Kids because I am the least millennial-like millennial. I am just so out of the loop that every meme to me is just like, I have no clue what to do with them. Although my new favorite one is Alexa Play Despacito. I do love, I'm trying to think. Keyboard Cat's an old one. That was before I knew memes were, was the term meme really a thing when Keyboard Cat was around? I really don't remember. I like a lot of old school ones, which includes a lot of old school viral videos like the Dancing Baby. Like a lot of old school stuff. So, yeah. Fellow Kids and Alexa Play Despacito, those are 2 of my recent favorite ones. And what do I think of traditional? I'm assuming you mean traditional art. I love traditional art. Granted, I'm mostly a digital artist now, but I started with traditional. I'm not one of those digital artists that started digital and had to teach myself traditional. I started being self-taught and school-taught with traditional art. I did a lot of pencil work. I did a lot of ink work. Watercolor is one of my favorite things to do when I get bored, when I just need to relax. I love acrylic. I'm not a fan of oil paints though. It takes too long to dry. I like quick drying mediums. It's like, I'm one of those people where it's like, if I know I can keep going back to a section, I will. So if I know it's not going to dry and I can keep working on that one spot, I will end up staying in that one spot of the picture for like an hour. It's not good. So I love traditional art, just things like pencils, markers, all that fun stuff. So next up would be from Lysandria. I hope I'm not butchering names. But they ask, when did you start taking art seriously? And what is your recommendation for starting digital art? I started taking art seriously probably back in 2012, 13-ish. Because digital art is really what kicked off me seriously doing art, because once I really started jumping into it more in like 2011 and 2012, the more I started honing up, the more I was like, okay, I can actually use this to kickstart my art career. Because, I mean, I've wanted to be an artist since I was a kid, but for a majority of my life, I only knew it as painting and getting into galleries. I didn't know digital art was a thing for the longest time, so when I finally started really honing in on digital art, especially nowadays with social media and just how broad the internet is, I pretty much started taking advantage of it. Granted, still a small creator, because Small Creator Club is awesome. Yeah. And let's see. Recommendations for starting digital art? I guess start where you want. I mean, I use like a really cheap Intuos that I've had for I don't even know how many years now. I started with the really old Wacom Bamboo Fun tablet. That thing eventually crapped out, and then I moved on to the Intuos Pro, which is pretty much the same thing, but get a cheap tablet. They're not that hard to find, and there's tons of good freeware. For the longest time, I was using MyPaint, which is a really good program just to sort of dip your foot in the water, dip your toes in the water, I guess. I'm horrible with analogies. But it's a good thing to sort of test things out because it has some really nice brushes. It's mostly meant for doodling. That's it has no layers as far as I remember. But I've used MyPaint, GIMP, Metabang Paint Pro, which is also Fire Alpaca. So if you see those two together, those are pretty much the same program, just Metabang is the more recent version. I've used Krita, but I haven't used that in so long. I've tried getting back to it, and it's just like, I couldn't. But there are plenty of very awesome freeware programs, and if you don't want to start that route, if you have an iPad Pro, because I know that's something a lot of people have, if you have the iPad Pro and the Apple Pencil, there's plenty of good programs on there, and Metabang also has an app, so you can always use Metabang for just drawing on there. I mean, I use it on my phone. Like, I will pull that up right now. Like, I use the Metabang app. Yeah, that's this one right here. This is actually a really good, it's a really good freeware. It's something that you don't have to have. You don't have to have an account on here. I just use it because it's good for on the go. But let's see. It's like you got the canvas stuff. Hang on. Like, seriously. This is really the simplest thing. It's really easy to get used to. I love it. It's great for on the go. And I totally lost where I was in the notebook. Awesome. And the last question from Artemino is from Awkward Melon. Love the username. Who is an inspiration to you as an artist? I have two big inspirations, and that would be Amy Brown Art. I've loved her work since I was a teen. I pretty much fell in love with her stuff, and her stuff is the reason I started drawing more human-like characters. Like, seriously, I would still be drawing mostly cats if it wasn't for Amy Brown. Like, the moment I saw her art, I was just like, I need to draw fairies. I drew fairies for the longest time. They were so fun. And the second person that inspired me as an artist is Kat Von D, because I was a big fan of tattoo shows. I loved Miami Ink, and when she came on the show, I loved her work. I wanted to be just like her. Granted, not a tattoo artist. I don't trust my shaky hand, but I got more into portrait work. I got more into realism, monochromatic work, all because I loved her work and I wanted to be like her. And my art improved so much. So I bow down to you two. I highly doubt you will ever watch this, but Amy Brown and Kat Von D, I bow down to you too. I love you too. So those are my inspirations. And those are the questions from Artemito. And I added in 3 random fun art related questions. So 3 things about me. It's not really art related, but I wrote that down. So 3 things about me. I'm short. I am 4'11". So not really lying when I say shorter than the easel. I like joking about my height. It's one of those few things I enjoy joking about, actually. So that's 1. I like dragons. See, this is what happens when you put a random not art-related question in the art-related questions section. You get lost. So, I'm short. I like dragons. If I could, I would be the crazy dragon lady. Because if dragons were real, I would probably have tons of them. And 3, I am horrible at this, aren't I? So short, loves dragons, and I write too many lists. I am a big list maker, avid note taker, but I have more lists than I need. Like, just above this camera are multiple lists. Like, I have Post-it 1, Post-it 2, and Post-it 3. One of those is for this video, and the other 2 are for one project that's for a contest entry that I'm working on. I have lists everywhere, and I like hoard lists. So I really gotta learn to throw things out. So I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I hope this was enlightening. I hope this was very opening. And in my previous video, I had a supporter shout out. This one I don't, because it happens when I get new supporters. If I don't have a new supporter, then there's no shout out. It happens when it happens, and supporters count not only as coffee donators, but patrons on Patreon. Anyone that buys anything from my shops. So if you get anything from Redbubble, Teespring, or Zazzle, I will shout you out. And I mean, eventually I hope to have more supporters. Because supporter shoutouts are a fun thing, but for now that's it. Now, also something I wanted to mention about the supporter shoutout that I briefly mentioned in the description for the last video. The drawings on coffee are an optional thing. You don't have to ask for a drawing whenever you donate on coffee. And you don't even have to tell me your name on there. If you want to be Anon, I will say Anon. Like, seriously, if you want to be anonymous, I'll let you be anonymous and say Anon. It's like, supporters are supporters. They mean a lot to me, and I will respect whether or not you want to be known and whether or not you want a sketchy style doodle. So yeah, that was the video. I guess like, comment, subscribe. Still not used to saying that, and I don't really think we're gonna say that much in these videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.